Hi, my name is Kyra, and I'm an independent freight dispatcher. I specialize in the movement of intermodal freight, and I help owner-operators get set up with companies like Maersk, Evergreen, Union Pacific Railroad in order to haul their containers from the port. I also offer a self-paced online training course to help individuals who are looking to do the same. If that's something that you're interested in, please leave me a message in the comments or check the description box of this video. Today, we're going to go over how to quote or bid on a intermodal project or lane. All right, I'm going to share my screen. All right, so here is an intermodal quote. Once you get into intermodal, you're gonna sign up and be able to start receiving emails from intermodal brokers or shippers sometimes, and they're gonna send you quotes. So here is a quote here, and I'm gonna show you how we will go about sending out this quote. It says, "Dear team, hope you're doing well. Please provide the rate for the below shipment. The pickup is Houston. My carrier is from the Houston ports. So this is a quote coming from the Houston ports. The drop off is at this address in Wiley, Texas. The equipment is going to be either 20 feet or 40 feet. They're giving you the parameters of the equipment that they have. Containers. They're going to be legal weight. And this is just the information of the brokerage here. Okay, so using this information, I'm going to send them a quote. The first thing I'm going to have to do is pull up Google Maps, which I already have it open, and it's something that I have open all the time. And I'm going to put in the name of the port that the carrier will be pulling out of, and it's going to Wiley, Texas. I can put in the whole entire address. We can just copy and paste, as a matter of fact. The most important thing, though, is I want to make sure I put in the zip code. That's going to give me the most accurate mileage to this location. I usually use either or. You can find out if your carrier has a easy tag and they're able to go through the tolls. If not, then you want to use the next best estimate, which is 299 miles. So we're going to just say, give or take, this is 300 miles, right? So with intermodal drayage, we are going to times it by 2 because it's going and coming. I do not have to find my carrier a backhaul because it's already, a part of the program or set in stone that he's going to go and he's going to come back. Okay, so we're going to pull up the calculator here. And we're just going to round this 299 to 300. Even if we were going to go by the 288, I will still just round it to 300. Okay, so 300 times 2 is 600. So I know that my carrier is going to travel 600 miles for this lane. Okay, the broker did not give me a target rate, so I can either ask for one or I can just go ahead and put my quote out. And today, because since they did not give me a target rate, and I already have in mind, because we've already been running lanes in this area, I already have in mind what the lane pays. But if you're brand new, you want to reach back out to the broker, either calling them or sending them an email and asking them what was their target rate. So I'm going to reply here, and let's see. Right now, the way the industry is going, it's going to be around about $2.80 per mile. So that's what I'm going to base my quote on. And that's just from my knowledge. How you would know how to base your quote is you will ask your carrier, number one, what is the cent per mile that he would want for traveling 600 miles? It's very easy. It's not a lot of guessing that you'll have to do. when you are in intermodal. He's gonna tell you around about $3 a mile. It's just the way that the market has turned. $3 a mile is really it's gonna be kind of hard to get. So that's why I say we're gonna go for 280 because we want to shoot it up high. So that because the broker is definitely going to try to talk us down. Okay, so let me pull the calculator back up here. So it was 600 miles, and we're going to times that by 280, which gives us $1,680 for the line haul. And then we're going to add our accessorials. Okay. For this lane going to Wiley, Texas, I know that $1,680 is going to be too much. And this is probably going to make the broker overlook my quote. Okay. So I'm just going to give it another number going in this area, meaning that we just ran to Grand Prairie, Texas for like 1,400. And that's so Grand Prairie. Excuse me, not Grand Prairie, but Grapevine. So Grapevine, Texas is here. Wiley is here. I'm gonna put in a bid for 1,450. Okay. And that's just going off the fact that I know we went 1,400 in this area less than 2 weeks ago. Okay, so you'll be able to, just how can I say, remember or get familiarized with the lanes that you're already doing. And that's how you're going to, be able to put in a quote that's going to be recognized by this particular broker. So I'm going to go with 1,450. And we're going to put here line haul is 1,450. The other things we're going to charge for is a chassis. Every intermodal carrier will have to have a registration or affiliation with a chassis provider because containers in the port do not have wheels on them. You will have to pull them out with a chassis. They may have their own chassis that they can buy, purchase on their own, or they can lease them. But I would highly recommend being part of a chassis pool. That way you'll have a large amount of chassis if necessary, especially if you get a container project. Just depending on how much your carrier pays for that chassis, you want to multiply that by 2. Okay, so most chassis right now are going to be about $25 per day. So we're going to charge $50. Storage is gonna basically be the same thing. If your carrier is parking at a truck stop or some type of truck parking, whatever that truck parking rate is, you want to times it by 2. For my carrier, that'll be $50. I'm going to put an overweight fee on here. Although he says weight will be legal, I'm still going to put an overweight fee just in case we pull the container and it is going to be, and it winds up being overweight. At least he knows this is what our fees will be. Pre-pull. Pre-pull simply means that we pull the container prior to the day of delivery. We charge $125. The next one is going to be detention. Detention means if I get to the warehouse and the warehouse cannot offload us or load us at the scheduled appointment time, we start charging $60 per hour after 2 hours. And that fee is based upon what the carrier wants to charge. So dispatchers, you will have a conversation with your carrier. You want to find out what are their list of charges. They should provide you with a list of charges. Okay, so this is not something that you're stabbing in the dark. But inside of the self-paced course, I'm going to go over what I know that the industry pays for these particular charges, what's standard, what usually gets accepted. So that gives you more detail and insight on why we charge what we charge for these particular lanes. There are a lot of more accessorials that we could put on here, but just due to the basis of what they ask for, this definitely meets the criteria. Okay, and we would just simply submit the bid. So this is how we would bid an intermodal lane. Okay, guys, so there you have it. That is how we would submit a bid for an intermodal lane or quote. If you have any questions, please leave me a comment down below. If you'd like to get in touch with me about training, look in the description box of this video and you can find a link and you can find out more information there. All right, I hope this helps. Bye.